What would you do if the richest king on earth, with armies, palaces, and treasures beyond imagination, suddenly bowed before a poor monk holding just a begging bowl? This is the story of King Parsanadi of Kosala, a powerful ruler blinded by greed, anger, and pride. But one encounter with the Buddha would shatter his arrogance and teach him a lesson that still echoes through time. Stay with me till the end, because this story will show you how true power is not in gold, not in armies, not in thrones, but in simplicity and wisdom. Long ago, in the great city of Savatthi, ruled King Parsanadi, monarch of the mighty Kosala kingdom. He was wealthy, commanding thousands of soldiers. His palaces gleamed with jewels. His courtyards overflowed with elephants and horses. But despite his power, his heart was restless. He ate greedily. He trusted flatterers. He feared betrayal. Though surrounded by luxury, the king was never at peace. One morning, the king went out for a stroll in his gardens. From afar, he noticed a calm figure walking barefoot, clad only in a simple robe, holding a begging bowl. It was the Buddha. The king frowned. Why do people bow before this monk? He owns nothing, he eats scraps. Yet even nobles leave their thrones to seek his advice. What power does he have that I, a great king, do not? Curiosity burned inside him. He summoned his chariot and followed the Buddha. As the Buddha sat beneath a tree, the king approached with all his guards. Monk, he said proudly, I am Parsanadi, king of Kosala. I command thousands, I own treasures. I am feared by enemies. Yet tell me, why do the people respect you? A man with nothing, more than they respect me. A king with everything. The Buddha looked into his eyes and replied, Great king, you may have power over others, but you do not have power over yourself. You are a prisoner of your own greed and desires. How can a man ruled by his cravings ever be truly respected? The king was stunned. The Buddha raised his bowl and said, Great king, imagine this bowl filled with rice. If one man eats just enough, he is satisfied and healthy. But if he eats too much, his body becomes heavy, his mind clouded. In the same way, a king who takes only what is fair rules wisely and peacefully. But a king who is greedy, who devours lands, wealth, and people's labor, will destroy himself. Then the Buddha asked, Tell me, King Parsanadi, how much rice can you eat at one time? The king laughed. Perhaps 100 bowls. The Buddha shook his head. No, great king. Even you can eat only one bowl. Why then do you hunger for 100 kingdoms? The words pierced the king's pride. That evening, still restless, the king ordered his cooks to prepare a grand feast. They served mountains of rice, curries, sweets, and delicacies. The king devoured greedily, swallowing more and more, until his stomach bulged. His face sweated, and his body trembled with pain. He lay on his couch groaning, unable to move. In that moment, the Buddha appeared again. See, great king, even with all your wealth, you are defeated by your own stomach. How can you rule others when you cannot rule yourself? The next morning, humbled, the king went to the Buddha's monastery. He bowed low and said, Master, teach me self-control. Teach me how to be truly strong. The Buddha smiled. Strength is not in conquering others, but in conquering yourself. Control your greed, and you will be richer than any emperor. From that day, the king ate only what was needed. He learned to be moderate, to listen, to share with his people. Slowly, the restless king became a wise and compassionate ruler. Years later, the king reflected on his life and said, "I once thought treasures made me powerful. But I learned that one bowl of rice was enough for a king, and enough for a beggar. The true difference lies not in wealth, but in wisdom." And so, King Parsenadi became known not only for his armies, but for his fairness, humility, and devotion to the Buddha. The story of King Parsenadi is not about ancient times alone. Today, many of us chase endless possessions. A bigger house, a faster car, more money, more success. But no matter how much we consume, like the king, we can only eat one bowl of rice at a time. The Buddha's message is clear. Happiness is not in having more, but in needing less. So friends, the next time you feel restless, the next time greed whispers in your ear, remember King Parsenadi. Remember the bowl of rice. True peace is not outside. It is within. If this story inspired you, please hit the like button. Type in the comments, "Simplicity is the greatest wealth." And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful Buddha stories.